Okay, lesson 36, adding and subtracting rational expressions. The goal for today, you will add and subtract rational expressions. So I'm going quickly. These are the steps. You already have these written down. And you need to know how to be able to, again, add and subtract fractions with different denominators. Okay, we're going to apply the same concepts now to rational expressions. Okay, watch me do number one. Just watch. This is going to take a few minutes, okay? So do not pick up your pencil. Put the pencils down, okay? Pencils down. Just relax. Watch the show, okay? It's very important you watch because it'll get confusing if you don't watch, okay? I'll give you plenty of time to write. All right? There we go, number one. Okay, first step I want to do is factor any of the denominators. So, the first denominator is a 3. So I'm just going to bring a 3 down. I can't really factor 3. That's all I could do with it. It's prime. First numerator, just bring it down, u minus 6v. Second denominator is like saying 3 times u, right? Same thing. And it's 2u in the numerator. There's a plus sign in the middle. Okay? Now I look at my denominators here. This one has a 3, this one has a 3. Okay? We don't need to add 3's to each side. This one has a u, this side doesn't have a u. So I want to make sure there's a u on this right side. So I'm going to multiply this whole left denominator by u. Whatever I do on the bottom, I do at the top. Okay? Remember, I'm multiplying this whole numerator by u, okay? It's a binomial. Alright, so now, if I look at my denominators, I think I'm ready to move on. I have a u times 3, which should be 3u. And this one's 3 times u, which is 3u, again. Okay, so it'll end up being that we have the lowest common multiple, or lowest common denominator. Then u multiply across. So we have u times u is u squared. So we distribute. U times negative 6v is negative 6uv. And then we have our new denominator is going to be u times 3 is 3u. Bring the plus sign down. 2 times u is 2u, and 3 times u is 3u. Okay? Now we have the same denominator. Now I go to step 4, is I add my numerators together. So we got u squared minus 6uv plus 2u. There are no like terms here, so they're all different terms. Denominator is 3u. Step 4, step 4 or 5 is simplify, okay? All of these terms have a u. This has a u, this has a u, this has a u, and this has a u, okay? So, since they all have a u, I'm going to take out one u or divide each of these terms by u. So, u squared divided by u is just u. 6uv divided by u is 6v. 2u divided by u is 2. 3u divided by u is 3. So I'm going to rewrite it now. It's going to be u minus 6v plus 2 over 3. I can't simplify anymore. Therefore, I'm done. For now, don't worry about excluded values. That is your answer for number 1. Okay? That's the answer for number 1. Okay, again, all I did is I didn't have the same denominators. I wanted the same denominator. I found the factors. This side was fine. This side needed a u. So then I multiplied u on both numerator and denominator, multiplied it out, distributed, combined like terms, and multiplied. Then we added together the numerators. We got this, factored out or simplified a u out of everything, and then we have our final answer. Okay? Number 2, watch carefully. Watch, pencils down, pencils down, pencils down. You and the pencils, kids. Don't worry about it. You'll have plenty of time to write, okay? Okay, number 2. Okay, first step, factor the denominators. So 4 is fine. It's just keep it as 4. So it's going to be 8n over 4. Second denominator is, we could factor out a 4. So we got 4, and we can factor out an n. So it's 4n times the quantity of 3n minus 8. Okay? Numerator, n plus 8. And there's a plus sign in the middle. Okay? Left, look at our denominators. We want a lowest common multiple or lowest common denominator. There's a 4 here, and there's a 4 here. So we're good. Next one. There isn't anything else on the left side, but there are some things on the right. There's a n here, so I want to multiply this side by n. So whatever I do in the denominator, I also do in the numerator. And on this right-hand side, there is also a 3n minus 8, so I have to multiply this whole denominator here on the left side by 3n minus 8, which is a binomial. Okay? Now it gets a little tricky, okay? So we have to multiply out things carefully. We should now have the same factors on the denominator, 3n minus 8, 3n minus 8. n, 4, 4. Okay? Common denominator. You all see? Then you multiply it out. Let's do this first numerator. 3n minus 8 times n is going to be 3n squared minus 8n in its own parentheses. Okay? Times 8n. Denominator is going to be 3n minus 8 times n is going to be 3n squared minus 8n times 4 plus n plus 8 over 4n times 3n is going to be 12n squared minus 32 minus 32n. Okay? Left-hand side again, multiply. We're multiplying 8n with this binomial here, so it's going to be 24n squared, or n cubed, I'm sorry, 24n cubed minus 64n squared over 12n squared minus 32n. Okay? Then there's a plus sign, which is n plus 8. And look at that, we have the same denominator now, which is 12n squared minus 32n. Now at this point we have the same denominator, right? Okay? And you ask yourself, can you combine any like terms? This is n cubes, n squareds, n to the first, and 8. Can I combine any like terms? I can't. So this is a little trick you could do. You could just erase one of the denominators, erase the plus sign, and just draw the fraction bar across like so. Okay, and then you just put a little plus sign right there. So it's like saying 24n cubed minus 64n squared plus n plus 8 all over this amount. I can't, then I have to simplify if I can. Okay, there is an n here, n here, n here, but there's no n here, and there's n's here, so we can't really do anything with that. This is even, odd, right? Plus 1. Even. Since this term is odd, I can't factor any numbers out or coefficients out. When I look at that as a big view, then we're done. We can't really factor anything else out, so this is our final answer right here. Okay? Make sense? Okay. Any questions? Okay, so what I'd like you to do is 1's till the 2's about number 2. 2's till the 1's about number 1. Okay? Ready, set, go. Number 3. Shh. Okay, I want you to first break down your two denominators. So we got 5 and 6x. I want you to tell me what's the LCM, okay? On your whiteboards, show me your or all. So on this one, you have to multiply by 6x. So and the right one, you have to multiply by 5, right? Well, 6x and 6 times what x is the same thing. Okay.
Is that right?
So you're at this step now, okay? Okay, so you should have 36 xy plus 5x minus 10y all over 30x. Okay?
Yeah, I got that.
Number 4, all the way through. I want you to do number 4. Ready, set, go. This one for you. Watch carefully. Don't erase your boards. I saw most of you got it. I just want to make sure if you didn't get it, you fix where you made a mistake. So it's supposed to be at first 3 over 4 times u times u times u minus 5 over, I'm going to take this back. It's going to be u cubed minus 5 new denominator is going to be
What the? How you do it? It's Moppy sitting on it.
no. Okay, and there's your final answer. Okay? Now, I would prefer that you do it in descending order, in the sense of you start with the u and then v. So I would start with negative, well, in this case you could do this, negative 5u to the 4th plus 3v. However, both answers work because of the commutative property of addition. Okay, so check your work. If you didn't do it correctly, please fix it. Okay, and this. Okay, what I'd like you to do right now, I want you to turn to your neighbor and let's move forward here. We'll come back to some more examples next lesson. What did we learn today? Turn to your neighbor. What did we learn?
How to make noise with your desk.